If you were to go back to almost Halloween of Madden 25, I did a tip video on a route that I called a smoke and slant. And it took a while, but we finally seen this used in the MCS when John Beast broke this out in the first week of the MCS playoff tournament out of the San Francisco 49ers playbook.
What is that route that Worthy is on? Looks kind of glitchy.
The meta, as we've talked about, is kind of this doubles with the Y off, and John Beast kind of brought a different flavor to the party. While he was running the San Francisco Forts flex Y off and flex Y off close type formations, he also was audibling around a fair amount. And one of the formations that he went to audible into was this play known as the goal line fork zig. And with this little smoke and go or smoke and slant route, he was throwing this as a timing pattern and giving his opponents a ton of trouble. So I want to go ahead and kind of take a look here at this Y trips and see what we can cook up out of this, because I do think that this is a worthwhile little offense that you can take a look at with a lot of stuff that you really could like, especially as I just mentioned, with the meta being this little 2x2 close formation. The San Francisco book does provide a little bit in the way that the Philly or the run and gun variants don't. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, hit that notification bell, and drop a comment below to help this video perform in the YouTube algorithm. Let's get after it. So we're going to start off here by kind of going through all the different coverage shells just very, very quickly to show you how this works. Again, I did do a video earlier in the fall on this, but this route to the outside is what looks like a slant route, but it's going to pause in the flat for a while before it goes over the middle. Which makes this a really, really nice route that you can throw in behind some sort of other crossing route, like a drag. So you see right here, we could run something that kind of resembles a flood combo, where we're going to use Mike Evans to run a streak, put Vernon Davis on a post, drag McMillan underneath Vernon Davis for the early check down over the middle if you're pressured, and then use Sanders as that late check down on this play as well. So when we go ahead and snap this ball, you see right here how this route does such a good job of getting into this void underneath in the zone coverage. So this was our cover 4 here. And again, you see right here that I am glossing over. I could have hit that drag right away. Obviously, if I wait until a little bit later in the play, I can allow for Mike Evans down here to run off the coverage for this post route to then break underneath towards the sideline as well. But the focus of this is this underneath route. You see with this underneath route, it's going to sit in the flat. So if I want to, I could throw this ball hot to the flat as if it's the smoke route. This is something that you might actually like to do if you set your trips up to the wide side of the field. But in this case, I wait and I let him clear this flat zone over the middle, and we rip this throw as an inside pass lead to scamper up the field. And you see we pick up almost 20 yards on this very, very simple throw. Now I'm going to run this against a cover 3 defense, and I wouldn't anticipate much of a difference in the way that this is going to operate, because again, cover 3 sky, you see that we have 2 hook zones and 2 purple zones. When you take a look at a cover 4 drop underneath, you have 2 hook zones and 2 purple zones. So they're going to behave very, very similar. The only difference is really the behavior of the back end, having 3 deep as opposed to 4 deep. So again, I'm going to put McMillan on a drag. I'll put Vernon Davis on a post route. And then I would put Mike Evans on a fade route or a streak route. If you didn't have a hot route master, it would be preferable to get down the field a little bit faster than what you normally would on a fade. So, you know, again, there's a pretty big difference in the way that the streak and the fade operate. Neither here nor there. Again, we snap the ball and we're just going to wait, and you're going to throw an inside pass lead to this little delayed smoke and slant, smoke and go, whatever you want to call it, hitch and go, and it's just wide open. This is such a great route to throw, is kind of the backbreaker route, the follow concept. You see right here, the timing and the spacing between the 2 shallow crosses is wonderful. This is going to be so good against any defense in the game where your opponent is zone blitzing and they have basically 1 hook responsible for the middle of the field, which they're gonna have to worry about the tight end post over the middle, the quick drag, and then obviously if they guard either of those, you've got this 3rd route in behind. Once again, easy throw to the inside, easy first down. Now, the other thing that I need to make sure that I remind you of with a cover 3 and a cover 4 is that purple zones will press the second receiver. So one of the things that you can actually do with this is, if you know that they're playing a stock cover 3 or cover 4, you could streak the inside most receiver put the tight end on a corner route over the top of it, custom sim it up a little bit. So it's kind of like a sail pattern. And then what you're going to do is you're going to throw the smoke route hot while they're jamming the inside receiver. And you see right here, I can throw this to the outside and pick up easy yardage as well. Again, make sure that you know that they're playing a jam animation on that middle player, because if they're playing a hard flat, you're going to throw an interception on this. Okay. But again, if you see that jam animation, throw the pass lead outside, and you see how you can just easily pick up 7-10 yards, depending on what type of catch animation you get. But that's another nice combo that you can add into your arsenal as well. Pretty simple. You're going to be able to go ahead and run the post route, a drag, and then this little follow route in behind. Another thing that you can do with this concept, if you want to as well against cover 3, is use a comeback route on the short side of the field and custom stem up your tight end post probably 2 or 3 times. In the event that you get a lot of time, you may wish to use the comeback route to pull down that outside third, and then you'll have your tight end post over the top of it. And that's potentially a 1-play score. Right there, I had to run away from the pressure, and that made the throw a little bit longer. But if you have time to step into that throw, that'll be an easy score as well. So that gives you a little bit of a 1-play touchdown flavor to this, with your check down being the feature route here of this video. Now, again, if you're enjoying the video, make sure you guys give the video a like. It's greatly appreciated. Helps this YouTube channel grow. I'm so thankful for all of you that have helped me do what I do for a living, which is my strategy website, GridironGamePlans.gg. If you guys want to get even better at Madden or college football, make sure you guys go check it out. It's the best deal in the tip space. $9.95 a month unlocks the entire website. That's every tip I've done all year long on the website. This is something that I put in the vault. Like I said, this was on YouTube for you guys back around Halloween. This was in the vault in September or late August. So you think about how much earlier you get this content and better content than what I even provide here on the channel. So make sure you guys go check it out. All game plans, all vault tips, weekly vault updates, Discord access, lab sessions in the Discord at no additional charge, $9.95 a month. Go check it out. Now, the cover 2 is another shell that you will see some players run, albeit way more cover 3, cover 4. Cover 2 though, what is the feature of the cover 2? Well, when we talk about this particular defense, the thing that you have to be careful with is throwing this route straight into a vertical hook that's shaded down. If they don't shade their vert hooks down, you're going to have this wide open. Okay. So again, you're just going to snap the ball. You're going to say, oh, look at that guy drifting back. And you're just going to throw this pass lead up. And again, look at that. It's 7 to 10 yards, easy backbreaker route. You don't have to do too much with this at all. One other thing that I haven't talked about yet here, if you want to, do a little motion snap of this route. It'll freeze, and then it'll kind of put itself into a spot where you throw it over the middle a little bit easier. Again, you don't want to throw it into traffic, but again, this is a nice little feature as well, especially if you've thrown it so many times and your opponent is waiting for it. Just adding in motion might make them think, oh, this is a different play. And then, you know, you snap the ball, it's still the same route, just running from the slot. So you're kind of compressing everything together and giving yourself that ability to, you know, in some way, just kind of change the formation alignment or the spacing. This can help you attack zone with different timing, or even interchange what routes are doing what. So in this breakdown, we've been mostly putting the tight end on a post, right bumper on a drag. Well, let's say that we wanted to invert that. Let's go ahead and put maybe the backside receiver on what would be our post route. We're going to instead use kind of a square in. And I'm going to put Davis on this drag, and then I'm going to put X on a fade. And then I'm just going to motion snap this in. You're going to see it's going to be the same concept. A over the middle quick, B follows him. Obviously, you want to get that ball out. You don't want to get screamed at. Now, one other thing you can do is kind of switch up the route combo with this if you decide to use motion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the middle receiver on a kind of a deep in route. I'm going to put A on the drag, and I'm going to basically do the motion snap again. But this time we're using the tight end as first over the middle and then B to follow. And you see that that is nice. It just basically makes the user have to kind of decide between the tight end quick drag or that route following in behind. And I like the spacing of that far better than if I were to do something like this. I just think that you're too far away with A and then B following in. Like, there's no relationship there. But when you add the motion in, all of a sudden the route combo works far better. So, you know, again, we just talk about the utility of this. Again, John Beast just kind of came out, ran this static, but I think that this is a cool little concept that you guys can utilize to just really eat up short yardage at will. This route is peppered throughout the game, so make sure you guys go check it out. This was the smoke and slant route part 2. Shouts to John Beast for running this unique route in the MCS. I'm sure we'll see it again in week 2 of the MCS playoffs. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is Zan. Good lab and good luck.